Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rini Puspitasari. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rini Puspitasari. I'm from the affirmative team, and as affirmative speaker, I will explain my opinions about the government-based political campaigns through social media. Uh, Method conventional campaigns such as mass mobilization for general meeting began to feel hollow behind the crowd with various attributes it feel lowly meaning. The crowd of ideas and vision mission begin to move into cyber speech, discussion, debates, even frontal accusations so freely occur in various social media. For those who are reliable education confined using social media are more effective than billboards and banners. Things relative well-equipped and well-informed person will not trust the contents of billboards and banners, but rather trust the word or friends or colleagues and social media. Here, it can be said that everyone can influence others, so in just on social media and longer, outlets on men on foot, but on person can have the strings equivalent to then hundreds or thousands more people. This is the advantage of social media effects as a means of exchanging ideas. The dissemination of various ideas, including confined contents via social media, took place very quickly and almost without limits. On Twitter, for example, just by tweeting information is spread without to all followers and so on by working like multi-level marketing. The effectiveness of social media is not only due to the massive number of users. The characteristics of social media itself are so stringent. Social media is a means for communication where each individual inclusion on other, everyone has influence around him. No instant. In addition, well-informed and educated social media users are not easily followed by but are easily influenced and sympathetic to things that make them touch hit the fame and political power not attached to Jokowi, for example, was greatly contributed by the confession on social media that led to everyone as admiration for the authority and socially of Jokowi so far in taking care of the people. In the social media, based on only information that valuably fact to active the belief in the information is a factual debates often arise in the variety of things that attract public attention. This is obvious by the artist's argument made crazy often after on social media in the forum of accepting scientists. There are no need for someone to conclude, but from the debate often the silent agreement between the debate parties and the listening. Communication technology that was developing causes influence in political through confined activities that are now developed through new media and can be seen that there is technological destiny in society because many people are so dependent on the function of technology that life is dominated by technology. As social beings, humans can never lie alone, and this also just finds on the acceptance of communication that we cannot not communicate. It's very true that humans cannot not communicate. This communication is both verbal and not verbal communication. Communication is itself is process of delivering messages from the sender to the receivers via the media. Technology is developing quite rapidly and has led the emergence of so many new media that have an impact to the social life the community, an area that is pretty much very dependent on communication technology is the political field, because in this field of politic communication is very important in politics. One form of political activity known to many people is political campaign. In this case, the campaign itself has been divided into several categories such as the legislative campaign, the presidential campaign, and also the campaign in the regional head election. What what is also very interesting to observe in the shift in the form of political campaigns carried out by the candidates in the campaign, like Facebook, MySpace, like Cat in the Twitter, right, with nearly million of the world community have joined together in various types of social media. Says social media has very influenced human life, including in the political file, more so oppressed by the existence of social media. In the political fight itself, in which there is so political communication that makes people to be influenced to cause as candidates to get a power, starting from the basic concepts Maxiluhan, the media is technology, and the technology is the design of human's hand. Many benefits are offered by the use of technology, but often we are traversed. The technology is also a very sophisticated electronic device. According to all media, for the means of conveying messages from the sender to the receiver, is technology is the becomes an extension of the human heart. Understanding and role of social media. Social media is on only media with users can easily participate, share, and create content, including blogs, network, wikis, forum, and the virtual world. Another obvious source the social media is online media, the support social interaction and social media using web-based technology that turn communication into interactive dialogue. According to Andreas Kaplan and Michelle Henley Davis, social media is internet basic application group that builds on the technology and the technology of web and which enables the creation and exchange of user-generated contents. Of the various types of social media, blogs and social network, and the most commonly used social media is social network is a site where anyone can create a personal website. The connect with friends is the share information and communicate. Example of social network include Facebook, MySpace, and Twitter. The difference between social media and conventional media is that in conventional media uses print and broadcast media, social media uses the internet as means of communication. The characteristics of social media are follow. The message delivered is not only for one person but can be many people. For example, message via SMS or the internet. The message is very without having to go through get together. Messages delivered tend to be faster than other media. Recipient of the message that finish the interaction time. Reasons for using social media in political campaigns. 1. Strict handling event. On one of the first steps in planning political communication is to identify the main message of the campaign. This message is the conveyed through offline and digital channels such as print media, door to door, town hall meeting, and debate on television. This effort plays an important role creating communication and raising awareness in the mind of voters. But what happens to the message in the debate and campaign? It just goes away. This is where social media plays its role, document, remind, and strengthen the message to the public. The nature of campaigns on social media can be the opposite of campaigns in the real world. If in the real world the campaign is not so noise loud but without real evidence, on social media is the antithesis of the noise, and noise which is meaningful. Every sound as many has in is one for politics in social media can be through politics that truly contains ideas and contains action for the common good. This politics that has the power to break down various social uses that are burden on society often get to silence of social media. In its activities, so as public thought gathering mention, of course, social media has wide-ranging reach, but is the midst of the rising trend in the community. It turns out that confined to social media especially is not enough to help people in remote areas in Indonesia, such as interests of Kalimantan and mountains communication that are still far from the rise of electronic communication. In the use of social network, many useful version minus information network that are publishing the public so that the offer black confines. The result, black confines, involve the media as intermediaries to deliver messages that are actually outside of political ethics. Black confines or terminology. Black confines can be interpreted as confined in a evil way carried out to bring down political opponents with issue writing or images that are not in accordance with the facts in order to harm and bring down others. In the perspective of political ethics, legal black confines are part of the confine that is prohibited in the Exchequer, as ever in the Article 84 allow number 10 years 2008 concerning election of president, and the president is the state that the confine rules are prohibited. What's prohibit the following confines? The conclusion is that something in us election is not only influenced by the effectiveness of confining through social media, because direct interaction with the community is more necessary to keep a distance between the leader and the community, and the readiness of a leader to directly solve problems that occur in the community. The presence of social media as confined media guides the public to be smarter in responding to existing political issues by unfolding political ethics and mirror of future society in the areas of the world and loving peace. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rini Puspitasari. I'm from the negative team and I'm negative speaker. I will explain my opinions about the government bans political confines through social media. Responding definition. The role of social media is so important as the increase of internet use in Indonesia makes Indonesian citizens increasingly affected by its development. This can be demonstrated by the ensuing in political participation and user and effects spread the spreading false news and houses so that it dominates recent Indonesian political news. For social media, so persons communicate directly with voters and prospective voters. At least it becomes a space to raise issues that have between the defending line for option group and government position. With social media, character that makes people is easy to forget. Taking care of issue constantly is way to remain public in mind. Digital footprints will be remembered or brought on public and can be used as weapons during election. Seeing the fact and political parties in Indonesia are often only felt during the election session. Presence on social media at least keep the issue broadcast of the public. The power of social media influence social is based exclusive on the social aspect. This means interaction and participation that can be done through a campaign. The campaign is basically the delivery of attention from the sender to the audience. With the development of internet technology and many people in Indonesia are using internet social media like Facebook, Twitter, blog, and YouTube. Indonesia ranks act in the entire world. Typical social media network service can share contents with communities and internet forums on social media from tools and communicators that are different. The use of social media must be planned, communicated, and programmed to increase party credibility. Organization communication is an important consideration to ensure enough interaction in social media platform. It can be concluded that the media social has played and will continue to play an important role in political campaigns. 2014 has for a future use of social media through platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Political candidates are ways to interact with supporters and access support in the form of donation and voters. Rebuttal. Negative speakers said social media is only for communication tools. In my opinion, social media is not just for communication online alone, whereas there are many powerful things from the uses of social media more than just broadcasting messages and being directly involved with a research through social media produce a large amount of data and information every day. Even the combined team is able to get a lot of information from the audience and able to explain it well. It will produce maps and strategic program that can be used of popular combined material. Social media is only for communication tools. In my opinion, social media is only for communication tools, where there are so many problems things and to social media more than broadcasting messages and engaging directly with people. Research through social media garners large amount of data and information everywhere. Lack of confidence through social media in its activities is voice filtering machine of course, social media is wide reach, but amidst the tendencies that are soaring in the community, it turns out the social confines are still lacking to reach communities in remote areas of Indonesia, such as the defining of Kalimantan and the communities in the remote areas of Indonesia. Timeline. There is a traffic using social media is not you Indonesia. Indonesia signed expiration about in the 2012 people excitement with social media is increased. Social media, which original only used as medium for socializing with friends and close relatives, is now begins to face communication between individual and institution. Seeing this phenomenon, political parties and candidates begin to look at social media as tool the interact interact with the constituents, including to promote their product. In fact, before the legislative election, political parties began aggressive creating accounts to carry out campaigns against parties and their candidates. The power of social media to influence society is exclusive on the social effect. This means interaction and participation in several different studies of citizen voting habits. Signed the classic Roosevelt intention uh, in the 1940, the results show the voting decisions are not usually based on the single step of communication. The campaign, especially the delivery of message from the sender to audience, this message can be delivered in various forms ranging from poster, banners, billboards, speeches, discussion, and different to leaflets. The use of social media, especially Facebook and Twitter, is still not optimal among political parties. For the category of political organization, the most followers on political forces Twitter account on translate. That is what we can confine from the argument of our team. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.